Welcome to Digging Up Fun with Miss Amanda and our special guest, Ashton. Today we are going to be doing a mega fossil dig kit. We are going to be exploring fossils today. And I have our handy dandy book from National Geographic. It's going to tell us about all the fossils that Ashton will be digging up. Ashton will be playing the role of a fossil hunter.
Yeah.
Do you remember, guys, at the end of our dinosaur books, we always read about fossil hunters? That's correct. You guys do remember. But before we get into some digging up fun, have you guys been doing your summer read?
I know I have.
That's wonderful. Have you gotten a lot of tickets in yet?
I have got to color them, but
Always remember, you have to color in your tickets and then send them in to the Wilmington Public Library. Let's get started with some digging up fun.
so our tools for today are magnifying glass, this scrapey chisel thingy, and a brush. So you can brush away and inspect your stuff. And we brought some extra tools, like this scrapey do, and tiny baby hammer.
Tiny baby hammer. I like tiny baby hammers.
Yeah, me too.
So, fossil hunters do a lot of time wearing hats to keep the sun out of their eyes. We are not in the sun, but we are recognizing what they wear because it's fun. So, today, let's get into our mega fossils. Although this kit does not have all the dinosaur fossils, but wait a minute, what is that?
Oh.
Our Digging Up Fun book. Let's read on some dinosaur fossils if our Digging Up Fun book has it first before we get into the fossils that we'll find. I love our Digging Up Fun book. Ooh, some interesting facts, guys.
Ooh, read them.
Dinosaur fossils have been found on every continent of the Earth, including Antarctica.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Fossils help us understand what dinosaurs were like. Information can be gathered from sources such as fossilized bones, footprints, stomach stone, feces, internal organs, soft tissue, eggs, and feathers. Speaking of feathers, I do believe that we did read that birds were especially very hard to fossilize. Is that correct? Do you remember that?
Yeah, because of their hollow bones.
Yes, because of their hollow bones, birds were very, very hard to fossilize.
Miss Amanda, I found my first fossil.
Oh my goodness!
Let's see what it is.
Let's see. I think it is an
Ammonite.
Ammonite.
Has a little curly shell. They're kind of like snails, except squids.
Ooh, let's read about the Ammonite right now. Good job, fossil hunter Ashton. Okay. Ammonites. Ammonites are sea animals that first appeared in the fossil record around 400 million years ago and became extinct at the same time as the dinosaurs. They had their soft bodies and used their spiral-shaped shell for protection. Scientists believe they may have avoided predators by squirting ink. Wow. Kind of like a big, huge, giant squid. They belong to the group of sea animals called cryolopods, which include the modern octopus and squid. They had eyes and tentacles and used jets to push themselves through water. Wow. Isn't that amazing? Just from one tiny little fossil. If you look at the cross section, you'll notice many small sections. Trying to get it close up so you can see. The Ammonite was filled with these sections with gases to keep itself buoyant so that it could easily float through the water. It usually ranged from 1/2 inch to 9 inches, but the largest ever found was 7.5 feet across. Holy moly! However, during the fossilization process, a small amount of outer shells disintegrated, relieving the beautiful iridescent coloration beneath. Wow. I did not know that.
I think I found Orthoceras.
Orthoceras, let's look it up. Is this it?
It looks like it. At the lines.
Looks like a very tiny Orthoceras. These guys, I would be afraid to swim with in the ocean. What about you, Ashton?
Yeah. This one right here is tiny, but they can get really, really, really big, and they have really big tentacles.
No, thank you. Okay. Orthoceras, straight horn. There we go. And this marine animal was given its name because of the long cone-shaped shell it used for protection. They first entered the fossil record around 500 million years ago and are related to the modern-day squid. The Orthoceras was part of the cryolopod family and lives in oceans all over the world before becoming extinct around 190 million years ago. The animal lived at the open end of its shell as it grew. I'm having a hard time. What is this again?
The Orthoceras.
Orthoceras. Thank you, Ashton. There's so many big words that I get caught up reading. However, it kept a long tube-like structure running through all the sealed chambers. It could find those chambers with water and then rapidly squirt out water to propel itself quickly. Or it could fill the chambers with air to regulate its buoyancy. You can see these different chambers when you examine the fossil. Hang on. You can kind of see the chambers. There we go.
We'll clean them off and take pictures later.
Oh, yes. All living relatives of the Orthoceras are predators. So scientists believe this ancient mollusk was also a hunter. It would use its tentacles to gas small animals. Orthoceras fossils range in sizes from a few inches to a whopping 6 feet long. Wow, Ashton, you were correct. So 6 feet long, that would be bigger than me, or longer than me. Excuse me.
That would be bigger than me, too.
Yes.
I found 3 more. I found a tooth, a snail shell, and I don't know what this is. Maybe it's another Orthoceras.
It could be. This is the
Mosasaur tooth.
Mosasaur tooth. The Mosasaurus were marine lizards that were the dominant predator of the late Cretaceous period, around 80 million years ago. Look at that tooth. I wouldn't want that thing inside me. Though they lived in water, they breathed air like modern-day reptiles. There we go. Now you can see it. They had webbed feet and streamlined bodies that made them remarkably powerful swimmers. Scientists believe that they were ambush predators, laying in wait for their prey and then pouncing rapidly. Mosasaurus species range in the size from 10 feet to 50 feet long. The largest fossil ever found was 57.5 feet long, more than 10 feet longer than the largest T-Rex. These creatures had diamond-shaped, overlapping scale like modern snakes. Mosasaurus are technically classified as Leposaurus, scaled reptiles, not dinosaurs, but they were just as ferocious as any dinosaur. Here, you can kind of see. There we go. This one, I believe, is a shell. Let's see. You think maybe a clam?
I'm thinking this is
Or-
more of a
Brachiopods?
brachiopod. I found a clam right here.
We got the clam and the brachiopod. I think you were right about the, let's see, Orthosaurus.
Yeah.
So, oh, let me get back to the book real quick. So, who was the first dinosaur ever found as a fossil? That's right, the Megalosaurus is believed to be the first dinosaur ever described scientifically. Fossils found in 1819. Wow. The first fossil of the Megalosaurus was found in 1819. Then, they came up with a name for it in 1824.
You know, back then when people would find dinosaur bones, they would think that they were dragons.
That is a fun fact. I did not know that. We all need to have some fun facts in our life. Fossilization is very rare. Most organisms decompose fairly quickly after they die. For an organism to be fossilized, the remains usually need to be covered by a sediment soon after death. So, if you do find a fossil, be very proud and happy for yourself because they are very rare. That's why it takes paleontologists and archaeologists, anybody who digs up things, it takes them a very long time and they're very careful and then they use all these very handy dandy tools. And then they put them in museums. Also, on another note, if you would like to know more about fossils, you could come visit us at the Wilmington Public Library. We can find a bunch of fossil books for you. Let's get back to it, shall we? For Ashton, the fossil hunter. Brachiopod, I believe is, do you believe it's this one? The brachiopod?
I feel like as some more, maybe we'll find out. I think it might be a mollusk. I think that might be towards the end. I'm not sure.
No.
I think I found the
Corporal light?
right here. It's a little dusty, but
The corporal light is kind of long.
it's kind of long, but I don't know. I don't think it's going to be the exact shape. I mean, it kind of looks like it, right? Oh, messy and stuff.
They should look like that on the box.
Unless this is it. I don't know.
They're very hard to tell. But we're going to try our best.
And remember, always clean up your messes.
That is correct. That's what Archie always says, too. Have you met Archie?
Yeah, I met him a couple times. caught him at the library a couple times looking for some dinosaur train books.
Oh, Archie. Him and his dinosaur books.
Except he gets them in bulk, so he's only there a little bit of time. You might catch him one day.
Oh, yeah.
Or maybe he'll do a meet and greet.
That would be great. All right, I think that this guy is a brachiopod.
That one?
Yeah,
You sure?
I'm sure.
I'm thinking it's a gastropod.
You are correct. It is a gastropod. This is why I have my fossil hunter Ashton. You see, I always usually make a lot of mistakes because I talk really fast and I jumble over words. And he is slow and steady. So we make a really great team.
Mm-hmm.
So always make sure that it's okay to mess up as long as you have somebody on your team that's rooting you all the way. Like Ashton.
And then the things I mess up on, she helps me with.
Mm-hmm. A gastropod. Let's see. There we go. Because these relatives of the modern snail crawl around on their bellies using their muscular foot, the ancient Greek named them gastropods, which literally means stomach foot. Ooh, stomach foot. These mollusks are usually enclosed in a single spiral shell that protects the foot and the rest of the animals. There are over 35,000 living species and 15,000 species found in the fossil records. While modern gastropods can be identified by their soft body parts, ancient ones are known only from their fossilized shells. Gastropods first appeared about 550 million years ago. Wow. And they are most successful of all the mollusk groups. Today, gastropods can be found in salt water, in freshwater, and in land. Some eat plants, others are scavengers, and some are even meat-eating predators. Holy moly! That's a giant gastropod.
Yeah. Our sharp tooth here kind of split in half, so
Oh, wow.
we're going to have to glue it later once we clean them all up and post them.
Well, fossils are very delicate.
And it's very sharp.
Ooh. Oh my goodness. There we go.
There you go.
Can you see them? These are very sharp teeth. Let's read about them. Okay. It's the crow shark. Oops. I'll bring one and a half up. The crow shark was a formidable shark that lived throughout the entire Cretaceous period. But then it became extinct. They are primarily known for a few fossils that have been fossilized from their teeth, which have been found in Europe, North Africa, North America, and Asia. A 6-foot-long fossil skeleton was found in Kansas. What? All those places, like Europe and Africa, and they came all the way to Kansas. That is amazing. But judging from the size of the largest known teeth, scientists estimate that this species grew to be 10 to 15 feet long. The teeth from the crow shark resemble those of the modern tiger shark. We know that the tiger sharks are bottom feeders that actively scavenge, and it seems likely that the crow shark was a scavenger as well. Fossils confirm this, as the fossilized remains of decay and tracheopods have been discovered with the crow shark's teeth embodied in their bones. These dinosaurs probably died on land and then ended up in water where the sharks fed on them. Crow sharks were also predators, feeding on turtles and bony fish. Whoa. Feeding on turtles and bony fish, but I love turtles. Whoa, you're just digging away there.
Yeah.
Let's see, what else did we find? Did we find a stingray? I bet that this is the Corporalite.
Corporal?
Mm-hmm. Let's dust it off a little bit. I'm sure a lot of paleontologists and fossil hunters have strategic plans, and they have like lots of machines. Hopefully one day we can get a real paleontologist on the show to teach us some of the ethics that they use for looking for fossils. Corporalite. There's got to be a better way to show you guys this. Okay, Corporalite. Trace fossils are one of the things that gives paleontologists clues about dinosaurs that can be revealed by bones alone. They are not actually part of the fossilized animals themselves, but they give us hints about how extinct animals behave. Perhaps the most important of these is fossilized animal poop, known as corporalite. I did not know that I was holding poop. From the Greek word for dung and stone, not only can corporalites tell us what an animal ate for breakfast, they might even tell us what animals plant shared the environment at a particular time. That is actually really one of the most interesting facts. Let's see. That is a very interesting fact. I bet paleontologists have so much fun.
Yeah. You gotta love your job.
We have so many fossils that we have to clean up.
And I think I found another one.
Ooh, I wonder what that one is. Let's try to identify this guy. Oh, I know what that one is. That one's an easy one.
Hey, I think this one's the stingray.
Really?
Or no, this one's the cranids. Go back to the stingray. I swore we found something from it.
Oh. Maybe we. I know this one is urchins though.
Oh yeah.
A white urchin. Okay. Sea urchins are spiny marine animals related to sea stars. sea cucumbers, and other sea creatures that display 5-part symmetry. The urchins have 5 sections, can most clearly be seen when its spines have dropped off, leaving just the brittle skeleton, called a test. I'm gonna move that up. There we go. The name urchin comes from a Middle English word for the round spiny hedgehog, which these animals resemble. About 450 million years ago, the first sea urchin appeared in the fossil record. Because they are so delicate and easily crushed, usually only their test has been fossilized through some fossil spines, can sometimes be found. Unlike modern urchins that have thicker tests, ancient urchins typically live in quiet water where they would not be battered by waves. Urchins nearly became extinct 250 million years ago. Only 6 fossil species have been found from the era, but those became the ancestors of the urchins living today. This one that I'm holding in my hand is the white urchin. There we go. The white urchin.
I think we found all of them.
These are all the fossils. That was the dinosaur poop. That's a tooth. We have to identify these still. Let me just bring this over here and show the viewers. So, these are some fossils of dinosaurs too.
Of course, plastic ones.
Of course. Our fossil hunter, Ashton Rogie, dug those up. These are all the finds. Let's show the viewers your, there we go. And what about your tools up and close?
This is our trusty dusty hammer. This is our key thing for Ace Hardware that we use as a tool now. This is our brush, you know. And then our magnifying glass, inspect things. And then our chisel.
Wow. And this is what we gotta clean ours up too. And after when we're done cleaning, we will take pictures and post them. This book was really amazing. We love National Geographic. I know that the Wilmington Public Library loves National Geographic. So, think we should clean these off?
Yeah.
I think so too. I think today was so amazing. We learned about so many fossils, not just dinosaur fossils, but
Dinosaur poop.
dinosaur poop,
Gastropods.
Stingray, sharks, or the Mosasaurus teeth. Oh, I did not read about the clam. Did we even find the clam?
Yeah, that was one of the first things we found.
Oh.
This will be our last one we'll read about.
Yeah. Clam fossils are easily recognized because they look almost exactly like the present-day clams. They have the meaning, they are hydroclams, meaning they have an upper and lower shell, and the two shells are hinged together so the animal can open them to feed and close them for protection. In clams, the two shells are the two shells are like mirrors, while its upper and lower shells are different. The earliest clam fossils date back to 510 million years ago, but the group really became diverse and abundant about 275 million years ago. The oldest fossils are extremely small, sometimes just large enough to see without magnifying glasses. Wow. Later, clams are bigger, and the largest species can be found without fossilization oysters attached to their shells. Holy moly. This is a baby shell, though. All right. Well, I guess we better tail off and start cleaning off our shells so we can take pictures for you.
Yeah, let me go wash my hands. We'll be right back. Bye, guys.
Bye. Say bye, Ashton.
I'll leave this way.
I hope you all had a great learning experience. I know that I did. I know a lot about dinosaurs, but honestly, I don't know much about fossils. So I'm glad that we did this show. I learned a lot, and I hope you all learned a lot. Until next time, and how do we say goodbye in language? That's right. Bye.